would do that. And another thing that annoys me in the West is they say Putin. Putin said this. Putin does that. What will Putin do? What will Putin do? What will Putin do? They act like Putin is some type of dictator. No, Russia has a very legal process. Honestly, it's harder for Vladimir Putin to declare war than it is Joe Biden or Barack Obama or Donald Trump, right? Look at what Barack Obama did in Libya, right? Just destroyed Libya. Took Libya from Libya was the most prosperous country in Africa, and now has literal slave markets. So Barack Obama, who is of course supposed to be great because he's the first black president, he literally returned slave markets to Africa, open slave markets to the most prosperous country in Africa. Barack Obama, the first black president, did that. Right. And he did that with no congressional approval. There was no vote. There was no referendum by the people on whether we should go destroy Libya. There was no vote in Congress on whether we should go and destroy Libya. He just did it because the United States president can effectively declare war without any type of congressional approval. Vladimir Putin can't do that. Right. Vladimir Putin had to, the state Duma, essentially Russia's Senate, had to pass a bill allowing the special military operation. And they confined it to a special military operation. They didn't declare war. They said, you can't go to war, but you can have a special military operation. And Americans should understand that. A lot of Americans hear that and they automatically go, oh, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Right? Whether you call it a special military operation or an invasion, it's still an invasion. No. Americans should understand this very well. Because the United States of America, you know how many times they've declared war since World War II? Since World War II, how many times has the United States declared war? Zero times. Everything they've done, Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, blah, 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 Yugoslavia, name the country. And they've classified everything as an intervention. So American, if you're pro-American, if you back the U.S. and everything it does, you should understand that there's a difference between invasion and something else, whether it be an intervention, which is an invasion. The U.S. was bullshitting the world into invading countries. But whether it's an invasion or a special military operation, right? And according to Russian law, a special military operation could only have so many troops, like it was 200,000. The Russian law limited Vladimir Putin and the Russian military to what they could do in Ukraine. That's changed. We saw that 2 weeks ago. What did the State Duma do? They passed a bill saying partial mobilization. And what did Putin do? He signed it and issued the partial mobilization order. So Putin didn't just wake up one day and go, I'm going to issue partial mobilization. No, the State Duma had to pass a bill and then he had to sign it. It's very bureaucratic, right? More bureaucratic than the United States. It's harder for Vladimir Putin to go to war than it is Joe Biden. If Joe Biden wanted to go to war right now, you know what he could do? He could pick up the phone and say, hey, Mark Milley, Joint Chiefs of Staff, I want you to bomb here. What's Mark Milley going to do? Well, he might go, well, Mr. President, if Joe Biden says, no, you're going to do it, I'm the commander-in-chief, I'm going to fire you. I'm going to find someone else to do your job if you don't. Mark Milley's going to do it. They're going to press the button and they're going to do it. Right? Right? It's easier for the American president to declare war than it is for Joe Biden. Or, I'm sorry, than it is for the Russian president to declare war. I'll leave it at that.